New Girl in Town. A story of a new girl who moves to New York and whose seemingly normal life takes an unexpected turn when she crosses paths with four mutant turtles. Story. A new girl named Katie recently moved to New York, and she's still adjusting to life in the big city. However, her life soon takes a drastic turn. One night, Katie was walking home after a long day of work. She recently just finished her shift at the local pizza place in New York, and she was absolutely exhausted. She couldn't wait to put her feet up and relax after a long day of work. Those were her plans anyway, but someone else had other plans for her. While Katie was walking, she was suddenly attacked by a group of mysterious men in black. They looked like ninjas. They had a foot emblem on their gear. Katie was shocked and tried to run away, but the ninjas cornered her, and they were about to inflict harm on her. But just before they could, suddenly four mutant turtles wearing colored bandanas and wielding ninja weapons jumped down in front of them. Katie was in shock seeing this. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. Four mutant turtles with ninja weapons? All of a sudden, the turtle wearing the blue bandana looked at Katie and told her to run, and she did just that. Katie immediately took off running in the other direction, her heart pounding in her chest. Katie was still running through the streets until she finally made it home. She was shocked after what happened, but tried to not think about it the next day at school. She told her friends about what happened. Naturally, her friends didn't believe her and thought she was just being crazy, but Katie knew what she saw. Meanwhile, at TCRI, the Shredder and his men were planning something big. The Shredder, along with his personal mad scientist, Baxter Stockman, were working on something big, and they needed Katie as leverage. That's why the Foot Clan ambushed her the other night. They were trying to kidnap her. A few days later, Katie was walking through the streets of New York, trying to clear her head, but then all of a sudden she fell into a manhole and hit her head, knocking herself out. She then woke up and saw four mutant turtles staring at her. They were the same turtles that saved her the night before. The turtles explained that they were roaming through the sewer and found Katie on the ground passed out. The others wanted to help her, but Leo was hesitant about it because he didn't want to bring a human to the lair, but his brothers talked him into it. Thankfully, Katie only had a minor head injury and she wasn't too badly hurt, but her head was throbbing. The turtle in blue introduced himself as Leonardo the Turtle, and purple introduced himself as Donatello. The turtle in red introduced himself as Raphael, and the turtle in orange introduced himself as Michelangelo. Another thing Katie noticed about these turtles is they appear to be the same age as her, around 16 or so. So that means they were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Just then, a rat wearing a ninja robe came out holding a cup of tea. He kneeled down and gave the cup to Katie. He introduced himself as Splinter. He was the turtles' master and adoptive father. Katie thanked the turtles for saving her the night before. The turtles said it was no problem, and they would help anyone who was attacked by the Foot Clan. Katie was confused and asked who the Foot Clan were. The turtles explained that the Foot Clan were a group of ninjas who were led by the ruthless Shredder. The turtles warned Katie that Shredder is dangerous, and he's not to be messed with. And speaking of Shredder, he's planning on building a machine that will disperse mutagen gas all over the city, effectively turning everyone in the city into his mutant army. And to make matters worse, he knows that Katie knows the Ninja Turtles, and that's why he's conspiring to kidnap her. He wants to use her as bait to lure the turtles out of hiding. But little does he know that Katie has actually been training with Splinter and the turtles to improve her fighting skills so she can defend herself better, because the turtles won't always be there to fight her battles for her, and she's going to have to learn how to defend herself. That's why the turtles and Splinter are trying to help her with that. Unfortunately for Katie, she is later kidnapped by Shredder and the Foot Clan and held hostage on the TCRI rooftop, prompting the turtles to go rescue her. This leads to the final battle of the story between the turtles and their arch-nemesis Shredder to save Katie. When the turtles arrive to the building, they find Katie tied up and gagged, and there are foot soldiers standing all around her. The soldiers quickly notice the turtles and jump into attack, but the turtles easily overpower them. But then when Shredder steps into the picture, that's when the real fight begins. The stakes in this fight are at an all-time high, because not only do the turtles have to defeat Shredder and save their new friend, but the mutagen gas is about to disperse all over the city. And if the turtles don't stop it, all of New York will be doomed. Shredder manages to overpower all four of the turtles. And for a moment, it looks like he won. But then out of nowhere, Katie suddenly tackles him. She manages to pin Shredder to the ground for a while, but inevitably, the villain manages to escape and fatally wounds Katie in the process. But then, in a last-ditch effort, Leonardo runs up to Shredder and kicks him so hard in the face that he flies off the edge of the TCRI building. The Shredder seemingly falls to his death as he hits the cold, hard ground below. The Turtles manage to stop the mutagen explosion just in time, and it's later revealed that Katie survived. The story ends with Katie becoming the Turtles' new friend. She even stays with them in the sewers for a while and continues her training with Master Splinter. There's also an extra scene where we see someone has been watching everything the entire time. This mysterious figure is none other than the alien brain himself, Krang. That's right, Krang has been watching everything, and this ending heavily implies that Krang will play a major role in the next story. What will happen in the next story? What is Krang's end goal, and will the Shredder return? For now, it's uncertain, but one thing's for sure. The battle is not over yet. In fact, it's only just beginning. The Turtles may have won this battle, but the war has just begun.